When we look at a material, whether it's a pharmaceutical tablet, a polymer film, a chocolate bar, or a biological sample, it often appears stable and predictable. But in real life, materials don't exist at one temperature. They are heated, cooled, stored, transported, and stressed. The real question scientists ask is not what the material looks like, but how it behaves when temperature changes. Differential Scanning Calorimetry, or DSC, answers that question. Today, we'll explore how DSC works and how it is applied across pharmaceuticals, polymers, food science, material science, and biotechnology, focusing not just on theory, but on how scientists actually use DSC to solve real problems. At its core, DSC measures heat flow, how much heat a sample absorbs or releases, compared to a reference as temperature changes. But practically speaking, DSC is not just measuring heat, it's revealing events happening inside the material. When a material melts, crystallizes, undergoes a glass transition, or starts oxidizing, it either absorbs or releases heat. DSC detects these events with high sensitivity. This allows scientists to identify hidden instabilities, measure purity and phase transitions, quantify thermal properties, understand molecular interactions. In many industries, DSC acts as an early warning system, detecting problems long before they appear in real-world use. One reason DSC is so widely used is its versatility. In pharmaceuticals, it protects drug stability and bioavailability. In polymers, it ensures materials perform reliably under heat. In food science, it controls texture, quality, and shelf life. In material science, it helps design stronger and more stable materials. In biological research, it safeguards protein structure and function. Across all these industries, DSC helps answer one fundamental question: can this material be trusted when temperature changes? In pharmaceutical development, DSC plays a critical role very early in the process. For drug stability, DSC detects melting point shifts or unexpected thermal events that signal degradation risks. These issues may not be visible in chemical assays alone. Polymorphism detection is another key application. Different polymorphic forms of the same drug can have completely different solubility and bioavailability. DSC helps identify and differentiate these forms quickly. DSC is also used for excipient compatibility. A drug and excipient may look compatible on paper, but DSC can reveal subtle interactions that could reduce shelf life or efficacy. Finally, DSC data supports regulatory submissions to agencies like the FDA and EMA, providing robust thermal characterization that regulators expect. Polymers are everywhere, from packaging to electronics to automotive components. Their performance depends heavily on how they respond to temperature. DSC is essential for measuring the glass transition temperature, or TG. This tells us when a polymer transitions from rigid to flexible. A poorly defined TG can lead to cracking, deformation, or failure in real applications. Crystallization studies using DSC help optimize polymer strength and durability by controlling how molecular chains organize during cooling. Curing analysis confirms whether cross-linking reactions are complete. Incomplete curing can compromise safety, mechanical strength, and long-term reliability. In polymer development, DSC transforms trial and error into data-driven design. In food science, DSC helps explain why food behaves the way it does. For fats like butter and chocolate, DSC analyzes melting behavior, which directly impacts texture, mouthfeel, and consumer experience. Protein denaturation studies reveal how heat affects proteins in dairy and meat products, helping manufacturers control texture and nutritional quality during processing. From quality control to product development, DSC ensures consistency across batches and supports compliance with food safety standards. Behind every stable food product is a carefully controlled thermal profile, and DSC helps define it. In material science, DSC is often used for purity testing. Pure substances show sharp, well-defined melting transitions. Impurities broaden or shift these transitions, something DSC can detect very precisely. DSC also measures thermal and oxidative stability, helping industries predict material lifespan and degradation behavior. Phase transition analysis provides insight into solid-state structural changes that affect mechanical and functional properties. For advanced materials, DSC is often combined with other thermal techniques to optimize composites and alloys designed for extreme environments such as aerospace and automotive applications. In biotechnology, DSC becomes a tool for protecting protein integrity. Proteins are sensitive molecules. Even small unfolding events can reduce drug effectiveness. DSC detects protein folding and unfolding transitions, evaluates drug-protein interactions, and monitors aggregation risks. In vitrification and cryopreservation, DSC helps optimize freezing conditions for cells, tissues, and reproductive materials. For biologics and advanced therapies, DSC provides insights that directly impact efficacy, stability, and patient safety. DSC plays a vital role in quality control. It helps identify counterfeit drugs through melting behavior, verifies raw material consistency, and supports documentation for FDA, EMA, and ISO compliance. For regulated industries, DSC provides reproducible, traceable data that strengthens audits and regulatory reviews. Quality isn't just claimed, it's demonstrated through data. At Resolve Mass Laboratories, DSC is not just a test, it's a decision-making tool. We support pharmaceutical stability and polymorphism, studies polymer glass transition and crystallization analysis, food science melting and protein studies, biotech protein folding, and biomaterial research. With experienced scientists, advanced instrumentation, and customized study design, we help clients turn thermal data into actionable insights. If understanding how temperature affects your material matters, DSC is the answer, and Resolve Mass is your partner.